the AMG powers through the bend and explodes out the other side. Yes, there is a powerhouse twin-turbo V8 under the bonnet, but the real magic of the W213 E63 S is the way that power is delivered, almost undiluted, to all four wheels at once. Thanks to the new 4MATIC Plus AWD system, with its constantly variable torque split, unpredictable, slippery and changing surfaces revert to an almost uniform level of grip. The way the car adapts, adjusting drive front to rear, left to right, is so fast and so accurate that you are left wondering just what possibly could come next. And this isn't some Honda trackster, but a 4-door, 5-seat, luxury saloon. The modern, Star Trek dashboard layout of the E-Class is maintained, with the AMG scoring some specific interface functions and layout options from the twin 12.3-inch LCD panels. While on the move, you can view boost pressure, current power and torque outputs, as well as the myriad other trip and driving-based data points we are used to from other E-Class models. Frustratingly, there is no gauge to identify the current torque split and power spread, but if you are exploring the limits of the car and are approaching the limits of the law, taking your eyes off the road to watch a cool graph or animation might not be the best thing. There's a good size boot, at 540 liters, plenty of room for rear passengers, even tri-zone climate control and a panoramic sunroof as standard. Those sporty Recaro seats can be a little firm on a longer drive, but we're told you can option a slightly more comfortable version like found in the A43, should your lower back not feel as flexible as it once did. Like the C63, the E63 S uses an M177 family 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, where outputs have risen 20 kilowatts and 50 Nm on the previous generation car to a whopping 450 kilowatts and 850 Nm. Mercedes claims a 0 to 100 km/h sprint time of 3.4 seconds, which we managed to match and potentially even beat, with our clock closing off at an organ-crushing 3.3-second run. Peak power winds its way on at 6,500 revolutions per minute, where the torque curve is low and usable between 2,500 and 4,500 revolutions per minute. This means phenomenal response in any gear at any speed, with an orchestral soundtrack supporting the whole time. There are a series of 3 flaps from each side of the exhaust system, and you can hear subtle changes through the 4 main driving modes: Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus and Race. Being a sensible person, I kept the car almost exclusively in Sport Plus, where the snarl and crackle from the quad pipes is a familiar tune for most V8 AMG models. How the E63 S differs though, is a new noise, a raw scream that sounds almost like a stock car, emanating from the engine, and reverberating through the firewall and around the cabin. Mercedes makes a claim of 9.3 liters/100 kilometers on a combined cycle, which is pretty high in this day and age. But expect to see this run into the high teens, or even low 20 liters/100 kilometers range if you start having a bit too much fun.